It's too bad this isn't just audio only, you know?
Hmm.
Why not? I guess it could be now. Did you hear that we have a podcast?
I did. We have podcasts now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's over on SoundCloud. Johnny Beane's SoundCloud page. SoundCloud Johnny Beane. You can download the audio to these conversations. Listen to them while you're sleeping.
Having breakfast.
Yeah. Why not? Well, it's probably better to watch the video while you're having breakfast.
Hmm.
But if you just want to listen, hey Brent Z Rocks, hey man, thank you for the thumbs ups. Wow, look at that. Yeah, so hey, this is Johnny Beane live, 1:09 p.m. November 4th, 2017. Talking guitars. It's Saturday. Look at that.
Yeah. Saturday already. Wow.
Somebody's drinking out of the toilet.
No. That's the kitchen.
You have a toilet in your kitchen?
The toilet's in the kitchen. Kitchen's in the toilet.
Hey, Adam EVH.
Hey, Brent. Hey, Adam.
Yes. So I got a message today. Hey, Adam. Another Adam. Wow. Look at all these Adams. We got Adams everywhere.
Mm-hmm. They're floating around. Enough Adams would have a full person.
Oh, and Eduardo as well. Yeah. We're reading the live chat box here. You know, while we're live, there's a live chat. If you're signed into your YouTube account, you can talk to us, say whatever you want. Literally, you can say whatever you want. It's just words.
That's right. It is just words.
What am I hearing?
That's Brandy. It's her nails. She needs to have them cut.
She's the one that was typing.
She's got a doctor's appointment on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Adam, someone threw water on us and we multiply. Just don't eat after midnight, you guys.
Nope.
Not a good idea.
Don't put water on them after midnight either.
7/8. Jay. We have a podcast?
We do.
We do.
Okay. Stop it.
Yeah. And Jay, I got your link. I'm gonna check that out. Thank you for sending that.
You got Jay's link?
Yeah. He sent me a link. Jared. Hey, Jared. Jared Frost is in here.
That's Brandy.
For those of you listening on the podcast,
Brandy's whining.
Oh, there she is. Oh. Yes. So anyway, I wake up today. I get a message over at Guitarist Johnny Beane on Facebook. Hey, Douglas. Hey, Mike as himself.
I'll be right back. Give me a minute.
Cool. If any of you persons, if you're on Facebook, you can go and like. I've got a page called Guitarist Johnny Beane. John Constantine. Hey, man. So, yes, anyway, I got a message over there this morning. I wake up, and it was from somebody named Matt. He sends me a message. He's over in the UK, and he's basically telling me that there's a music store near him that has 2 EVH Ernie Ball guitars. Did I say that right? I know I look like I just woke up. Those of you on the podcast, you can't see this, but I look sleepy. Although I've been up since like 7 o'clock. Something. Uh-oh. That did not sound. Douglas, I just ordered a trio pedal. Have you tried it? A trio pedal? No, I don't know what that is. Yes, Mike is here, so relax, everybody. And look, there's another Mike, Michael Smith. Hey, man. So anyway, Matt over in the UK sends me a message this morning saying that there's two EVH Music Man guitars at a music store near him. He recorded a couple of videos showing the guitars, and he wanted to send me the videos to, I guess, to show on here. So basically, what I asked him to do was to tag me in the videos, to upload them to YouTube. Tag me in those videos. Just put hashtag Johnny Beane, one word, in the description of the videos. So he did that. So if you guys, let's get Matt some, let's get him some traffic over there. His YouTube channel is LP59Boy, as in like Les Paul 59. So LP59BOY is his YouTube channel. Here's what it looks like. Right there. That's one of the videos. So anyway, there's two videos. One is a blue Music Man, and here's the cool thing. Here's the cool part. One is a gold Music Man. Gold top. Here's a photo that he sent me. Look at that. That's very, very cool. I think Dave used to own one of those. But as you can see, Dave's not here. He disappeared. And for those of you listening on the podcast, I'm blurry. So I'm having to focus. There we go.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
There we go. Wow.
Yes, I did have one.
Wow, Steve Hunter just liked one of my tweets. It's amazing. You know Steve Hunter?
Steve Hunter, the guitar player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
played.
don't know him personally. I don't know him personally, but
I've met him. I've met him a few times. He's played with Alice Cooper. Those classic Alice Cooper tracks. And, well, you guys all know David Lee Roth's A Little Ain't Enough, Jason Becker on guitar, and Steve Hunter on guitar. They both played guitar on that record, both of them together, actually. Yeah. So anyway, if you guys want to see those two videos that Matt uploaded, go check out his channel, LP59BOY. And I assume
the prices on those guitars are insane.
I assume you watched the videos.
I did watch the videos.
And what do you think?
I think they're both beautiful guitars, but I mean, $16,000 plus, dollars for that gold one. $16,000 for a Music Man. Now, how much did you pay for yours when it was brand new?
Nothing.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, it was a present.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
But brand new, that thing was $1,750, I believe. I mean, that was the list, $1,750. I think you got them a little less. Yeah, 7/8 says. Oh well, he's reading what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, Jay, we're talking gold top, like Gibson style gold top. It's not gold as in the gold that's right behind Johnny. Because Music Man considered that gold as well. They didn't call it amber. They called it gold. But we're talking opaque gold, like Gibson's gold top Les Pauls.
I've taken the neck off that guitar many times over the years, and on the body, it's stamped gold.
Yeah,
that's what it says on the inside of the.
That's what Music Man used to call that. And I think they still call it gold. But there's very, very few of the Gibson style gold ones, and gee, I didn't think it was worth that much money, but that's a lot of money. A lot of money. I think it was 12,000 pounds, which relates to about 16,000 American dollars, and the blue one was about $3,700, 3,000 pounds around there, and man, that's just a lot of money for those guitars. It's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. This is Johnny, if you're listening to the podcast.
They know who you are. Johnny's the one that sounds like that other New York DJ, Howard Stern.
I've heard that. People have said that, which is really weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jim Guitry. Jim Guitry is joining us in the live chat right now. Yeah, thank you for the thumbs ups, everybody.
20 people watching. It's almost like a real show.
Uh-huh. Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brian Davis. I guess every show is a real show. Howard Beane. There actually is a Howard Beane that lives here. He's in the other room. Yeah. So I figured I would take the get the Music Man down. You know. Hey, Stefan. Get the Music Man down from the loft.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked.
LP 59 boy is here.
Oh, you're here. Okay,
Yeah.
dude. We're talking. We're talking about your videos. Thank you for telling us about those guitars.
Yeah. I was just saying they're both very cool, but they're a little pricey. Yeah, 16,000 American dollars for that gold top. I'm short circuiting a little bit. I know it's a super duper cool guitar, but I think that price is a little inflated.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you owned one of those guitars.
Yes, I did. I own one of those guitars.
The
one that's in the record sleeve.
Record?
Yeah, album sleeve.
Album?
Mm-hmm.
What's an album? Yes. Where's that picture? Can we find one of those?
I don't have it with me. I don't have my phone with me. Douglas, I have not tried the Digitech Trio pedal.
What is it?
I don't know.
Is it like a harmonist kind of
Sounds
thing?
like it could be. Who knows? I'm not sure.
Okay. I'll find the picture of your guitar.
Okay.
Oh, there's one of them, except the guitar is actually. Oh, okay, here we go. There it is. So, why can't I? Let's do this.
Ugh.
It's not letting me scroll. It's not letting me zoom in. Now, how do I get to my photos? There we go.
Yeah, LP 59 boy says the shop was selling it for a client on commission.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Actually, I think he meant to say on consignment, not commission.
Yeah. So you're saying that's the one that you owned?
That's the one I owned. Yes.
That one right there.
Yep.
And yours had a black headstock?
Yep.
Well, there it is right there.
That's the one.
Right there. So that's the one that you had.
Mm-hmm.
Did they all have black headstocks?
No, they mostly had natural headstocks.
Let me see, because
They weren't even painted gold. They were just natural.
I believe you
I think
Matt.
Eddie actually still owns one with a natural headstock on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, Matt. Let's see. You sent me. Okay, you're right. Okay, he sent me a picture of the neck and everything, and you can see the headstock is natural.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's kind of blurry, but right there. Right there. Yeah. Just imagine. Just imagine it's natural. Come on.
There you go. No, you can see it.
I had it. Okay. Wow. I've got a Matt, you sent me a picture of you holding the guitar too. Do you want me to show that? The guitar looks huge because he's holding the guitar out like this.
Mm-hmm. Just like you would hold a fish in a fishing photo.
Oh, you want to make the fish look bigger.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, that's the whole point to fishing is to catch the biggest fish, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never. Well, there he is, and there's the guitar. See, that guitar looks huge. The guitar is really not that big.
There you go. It's a beautiful guitar.
Yeah. Hey, James. How did you
Yeah.
get that guitar? 7/8 is asking how did you get yours?
You know, the way you would get a guitar. No, I saw that sleeve, you know, when that record came out. That's live right here, right now, I believe, that record. And when I saw that guitar for the first time, I went to my best friend at the time who worked at the local Sam Ash. And I said, "Can you get me one of these?" And I showed it to him. And he called Sterling Ball, Ernie Ball, right there, and asked if they had any in stock. And he had gotten Sterling, who is the owner of Ernie Ball, on the line. And he said that guitar wasn't coming out until the following winter, that color. But you know, he had said, "Hang on a second," and he yelled to someone and you know, someone else over there, and, "Hey, we still have that guitar? Is that guitar around?" And they said, "Yeah, yeah." So Sterling had said to my buddy, "Does your customer want the one that's in the photo? It's a little scratched up, but does he want that one?" And he asked me, and I said, "Well, of course," you know, and that's how I got it.
You're like, well, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. Good story.
Did it have regular strap pins or did it have
No,
the eyelets?
no, it had the eyelets in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Dave has all the good stuff. Douglas, you're not lying, man.
Ugh.
Looks like we have a live call on your end.
No, we don't.
That's Sterling. He's got
Yeah.
Dave, can we get that guitar back?
That's not how it went down. No. Oh.
Oh, I'm using the orange filter, so I look even more red.
No, it looks like you just drank a whole fifth of something.
Mm-hmm.
You look like Santa Claus, like on the off season.
Yeah. That's cool though, man. Matt, that's cool that you played those guitars. Did you plug them in? Because in the videos, he didn't. He was just showing the guitars off. Although I think what Matt was saying was they were, well, you can actually kind of see it while he's holding the guitar. You can see a guy in the back. He keeps looking in, and I'm assuming that's like an employee of the store checking on him.
Probably.
You know, I know what that's like. You know, they tell you that you can play the guitar, but then while you're playing it, they're like really just watching you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's very funny.
Cool. But yeah, Matt, that's awesome. You got to play those guitars. I don't think I've ever seen a gold one in person. Blue one, yes. The Guitar Center in when it used to be in Berkeley, California, back in, I would say, 1992, 93, had a huge wall dedicated to those guitars. The EVH Music Man guitars. And I remember almost every color was up there on that wall. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 708. No, I haven't plugged your guitar in yet. I haven't been home. I was out for a lot of the day today. This is the first time I'm home. So, as you can see, I have a jacket on and everything.
Just walked in?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it really cold there?
It's chilly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It rained here last night. It rained overnight. And the one thing that's terrible about that, when it rains out here, is the next day, there's no rain, but then you have termites everywhere.
It's because you live in the forest.
Yeah, it's terrible. I can't even go outside because there's termites just swarming.
Do they fly?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Darth Denham, Douglas says. Timothy, hey Johnny, did you get your Music Man EVH regretted?
Refretted.
I don't regret that guitar at all. I love that guitar. No, it has not been refretted yet. I don't know when I would do that because I hear that it's like millions of Republic credits to do that.
Is that a Star Wars?
Yeah, that's Star Wars currency, Republic credits.
Star Wars money.
Star Wars money. You know, or clams, whichever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. How much would it be for me to refret that thing?
It depends on where you are. I mean, the guy that I use, it would be about $450. But it's like having John Suhr do it himself, almost, because he just does an amazing job.
Mm-hmm. 7 over. I almost read that.
Well, you did say they could type whatever they want.
Oh yeah, okay, they can type it. They can type it. I almost read that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a podcast.
Yeah, okay, it's a podcast. So once I get that thing refretted, if and when, will it be like a brand new guitar? Will it be like
other than the dents? I mean, other than the dents and the whatever
the stink?
Yeah,
the smells. Yeah, Zipkin won't even touch his guitar because of all the stink and everything on it.
I mean, all that stuff will have to come off because that fretboard has to be planed.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind that.
Yeah,
that's fine. I've cleaned it before. I'll show it to you guys. Let me go ahead and say something.
Oh, okay.
So I got to get up, and
Uh-huh.
I'm not wearing it.
LP59 boy says, no, I wasn't buying it, so I didn't want to push. He was just happy to let him see them. So I understand that. Totally get that. And here's Johnny. And here's Johnny.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. So that's what I'm talking about on my fretboard. It has all this stuff and whatever. I've cleaned the fretboard too. I've cleaned it, but it's been a few years since. But some of these frets are kind of yeah. I've got some buzzing issues and all that I got to deal with.
Decided to just leave the 5 on there?
Yeah.
Or part of it?
Part of it.
More like a f.
Yeah.
Or it's
I
a
like
fi.
it. I like
it. The v is gone. It's just a phi.
I like it. What do you think of this? What if I did that?
No.
It would be like that. What, the red and the gold? Doesn't.
Do not do that.
No.
No.
I could. But yeah. So there's mine. Looks like Howie is getting some tweets, some tweet love right now.
Yeah, Timothy, I don't think there's much frets to grind on that neck.
No, the frets are very small. Very, they're tiny. Very tiny, if you guys can see this.
That's pretty amazing. I wonder if does your fretboard have divots in it yet from, where your fingers are? I know it has cheese, but does it have divots like an old Fender Stratocaster?
Yeah. All my guitars do eventually. They've got. By divots, you mean where you can actually feel, where you can actually.
I mean, in the wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, this guitar does. I mean, especially up here.
Yeah, I can see it.
Maybe you can kind of see.
Sure, you can.
Yeah, see where it's light.
It almost looks like
the first fret.
It almost looks like like it's scalloped.
Yes.
Little tiny scallops.
I scalloped that myself just by playing it. Yeah, this one does. My Kramer Focus 1000 does. Like really bad. Orange and gold clash terribly, Simon Williams says. Orange. I think those are red though.
Yeah, they are red.
These.
I've got them as well. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thanks to Jay Hannon. How about that other one right there? Does that have divots in it yet?
Not yet. No, not yet. Here's the other one. Although this is an EVH.
Man, what a pretty top that is.
EVH Wolfgang. Yeah. Oh, and these actually, it almost looks like this has something on it too, but it just has some of the finish is removed from that first fret there.
Yeah, sure.
Right there.
That's from playing it, right?
No, that's how I got it.
Really?
That's how it came, yeah. Yep. Yeah, this is a great guitar too. And if you're listening on the podcast, I'm a little blurry, but I guess if you're just listening, it doesn't matter.
Yes, because you can't see how blurry. You can't hear how blurry it is.
Quilt gang, Douglas. Yeah. Yeah. I can be blurry. That's fine. That's all right.
Blurry. You can be blurry.
Yeah.
27 people watching. 12 thumbs up.
Yeah.
In the middle of the fourth. Score is 0-0. And there you go.
We need a Focus 1000 webcam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wish all these comments, I wish these stayed like back in the day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
When, you know, before we used the live chat, people would leave comments on the videos themselves while we were live.
Mm-hmm. 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 So what do you got planned today? What are you going to do today?
This?
A podcast? You going to do a podcast today?
A podcast, yes. Yeah. And then later, I think just gonna go. Sorry, I gotta. I know I'm a little blurry.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that camera is so far away. You guys can't tell. It's just so. Maybe this will do it.
Say hello to all the pod people in the podcast.
Pod people. Will that do it?
Or should I say pod
There we
persons? Pod persons?
Yeah. Yeah. Look what I found. I found these in that gig bag.
Oh, those pics.
Yeah. Yeah. They're cool.
Those are cool. Yeah,
they are.
Cool.
They are. They're very cool.
Did you forget you had those?
No, I just haven't seen them. I haven't seen them because they've been in that gig bag, and that gig bag lives, you know, in the vault upstairs. You know?
I do know.
Timothy, Johnny, I think both look great. Talking about the Music Man and the EVH Wolfgang special, which is that one. They're kind of similar looking guitars. I mean, Timothy says, I wish I had a Music Man.
Hooray, hooray. I wish I had a Music Man. Hooray. No.
Well, you know, since this is a podcast, I guess more we could use more singing. We can use more singing and dancing, but you can't see the dancing on the podcast. You can see the dancing on the video.
Yes. No singing and dancing.
7 over 8. That's right. Need a DeLorean to go back in time and buy them for cheap. Mm-hmm.
Back in Time. So you like that song "Back in Time" by Huey Lewis and the News?
Can you play that song? Oh, dude, that reminds me. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad this happened. Okay, yesterday we were live last night, as some of you probably were here, and I want to say, what was the person's name? Clayton? Was it Clayton? Kept asking me if I liked the song "If This Is It" by Huey Lewis and the News. Kept asking me, you know, if I liked it or if I could play it on the guitar, and I could. It's a cool, has a great guitar solo if you really if you listen to it.
Yes, it does.
So anyway, I look up that music video on YouTube late last night, just because I hadn't seen it, you know, for decades. And I'm watching it, and all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute. The music video to "If This Is It" by Huey Lewis and the News was filmed right here in Santa Cruz. So I was like, what do you call it?
You
Fan
know,
fanning out.
I thought you were gonna say, and I was in the video. There's me. There's a picture of me on the sand and the beach. And look at that.
Well,
It's like I'm right there, and that's what the guy was saying. I'm that guy in the beach. He's noticed me, and he wanted to know if I was. You know?
well, not that video, but no, actually no. But back when that video came out, I didn't even live here. I lived in let's see, that was sports. I lived in Phoenix, Arizona back when that actually came out. So, you know, so growing up, you know, seeing that music video, it's just, oh, they're at the beach. That's cool. Whatever, you know. But it turns out it was a week ago tonight. You know how I went and saw M Ward over at Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk last Saturday night. I've kind of been talking about. That's the same exact beach that that video was filmed. Same place.
Did you see my yacht?
Yours?
No, not
No.
my yacht.
Your yacht?
You saw the video, right? You remember the video? The little rowboat that says my yacht on it, MYOTT, my yacht.
I'll just say yes.
My yacht.
Maybe I did. I don't know. I watched it a few times. I watched it a few few times, but anyway, I just thought that was just I don't know. It's such a small world, man. I mean, it's craziness.
Unless you're walking from coast to coast, not very small.
No, but yeah, it was just it was a very pleasant surprise to see that video and to see that it was filmed here and that I was actually there at that location last week. You know, it was filmed at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
30 years later.
Exactly. Well, 34 years later. It's been a little while. It's been a few times around the sun since. But the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, if any of you guys, I know I've said this a few times, but if you guys know the movie, what is it? Lost Boys. That was filmed at Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk as well. The arcade in the beginning, all the rides. So if you can make that connection, that's where that music video was filmed. Same place. Douglas, I don't fly. Why don't you fly, Johnny? I do fly.
He doesn't fly. His arms aren't long enough.
No. They're not. Although I do. I have flown. John Constantine, some of it looked like that when I was there. John, you were there recently? LP59 boy, that's Matt. That's the reason why we're sitting here today. I remember in 1993 when I was 15, I tried a green Ernie Ball Music Man used, which was $1,300. Not knowing there's only 96 green. Is that true? There's only 96 of those?
Yep.
And then what's the as far as the gold, I don't know if you had mentioned earlier, how many of those gold ones were made, do you know?
I think there were 26 gold ones.
And are those blue ones? Are those rare?
No.
There's a few of those out there. John Constantine, been about 6 years. Oh, so since you were at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk? Yeah, I was there a week ago tonight. Was there? Yeah. I've never actually ridden the rides there. I've just walked through like the video arcade and, down the street or whatever. Place is probably packed right now because it's Saturday.
Is it nice out over there? Or you said it was raining?
It rained last night. I shut my window just to get this, just to keep the sunlight out. It's nice out right now. It's nice. But yeah, it rained. It rained last night over the night. John Constantine, there used to be a lot of concerts I'd go to in Santa Cruz. Cool. Cool. At the beach boardwalk? Yeah. Yeah, they've got who was it that played there recently? Somebody some band that you guys would all know of from the 90s played there recently.
The Tubes? They're
No.
from the 80s.
Well, they're from the 70s if you want to be technically yeah. Speaking of the Tubes, Bill Spooner, he's played that guitar, you know. I was in a little mini band with him at one point, and I let him. That was the guitar I was playing, and he played it. He liked it. Um, they have a lot of small venues downtown. John says, "Yeah, yeah. That's true. That is true. Yeah, there's some cool clubs around here. You know, although I still consider myself very new to the area, even though I've lived here for like 2.5 years now. I don't go out. I don't go anywhere. And if I do go out or go anywhere, it's up to Walnut Creek. It's up north, a couple hours away. Solid Black. Matt is saying the Solid Black Music Mans. Is that true? There's only 16 of those?
Yeah, they're the rarest.
Mm-hmm. How many of those did you have?
I didn't have any.
Hey, Blank Palette. Mm-hmm.
I've owned purple, red, gold, and amber. And what else? Sunburst. Uh, Translucent black. But that's it. I wish I had a green one. Never had a green one. And I owned quite a few amber ones. I owned probably 4 or 5 amber ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you mean that, are you calling
Yeah,
that
that
amber?
color. Yes, that color.
Okay.
I call it amber, like most of the world does, but Music Man calls it gold.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, when I've taken the neck off this guitar, um, stamped in the neck pocket, it says gold. And actually, it has the date. It has the date of when it was I guess made. I'm thinking I know the body does. I'm not sure if the neck. I can't remember if the neck has a date stamped on it, but the body does. And I can't. I think it has the month. I don't know if it has like the month, day, and year. I'm thinking it has the month and the year, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it has the day.
But I can't remember what the month was. But I know the year stamped in there is 92. I know that. I want to say maybe September, but it's been a long time since I've had that thing taken apart. Jared Frost is in the chat box. He's saying, let me find where this begins. I used to have a blue quilt, Music Man, and he hopes to get it back eventually. It had the prettiest top on it, and like an idiot, he says he wishes he didn't sell it. Jared, is that the guitar you're holding in your like graduation picture? Is that right? Didn't we see that? Didn't he show that to us?
I vaguely remember that.
Something like that, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Jared says, I've seen quite a few Purple Music Mans on Reverb, and they were faded. Yeah, a lot of them did. Yep, Jared. That's cool.
Hmm. Yeah, Matt says that not many of those in the UK, and that's probably why they're so expensive there too. Because in UK, everything's way more expensive in the UK, guitar wise. American guitar wise, they're once you bring it to the UK, they get a lot more money for them there, or they ask a lot more money for them there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. Yep.
Yep.
Uh-huh. So where's Rob?
I don't know.
Did he wake you up this morning at 3 o'clock?
No. Nope. He's MIA.
Uh-huh. And for those of you listening on the podcast, it sounds like somebody's typing.
Oh, is that happening again?
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's typing, but it's Dave's keyboard wiggling or something. Or something's wiggling on his keyboard. I don't know.
It's not. It's not my keyboard. You know what? You know that big box that I have all my guitar picks in, all my autographed guitar picks in.
Yeah,
This computer is sitting on top of that,
and it's shaking.
It's shaking a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
sorry,
Well,
can't help it.
well, you usually keep the dog biscuits under there, right?
No. Oh yes, yes, but I don't have that box anymore.
Ate them all.
I was hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, thanks to Bill Maxwell on Greatest American Hero, I used to eat those things. You know?
Great show.
He used to eat them. That was the thing. He'd be carrying around the box of them, and he'd be eating them while they were planning their next step and whatever the shenanigan was of the episode.
It's a great FBI name, Bill Maxwell.
Yeah. 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 Great actor, man. Matt says also I've just bought a used USA Wolfgang Gray Stealth. You did? Wow. Blank Palette says milk bone.
Be back in a second.
One. Blank Palette. Didn't he have? Yeah. Yeah, Greatest American Hero. Yeah, he couldn't fly. He had problems flying. He was always crashing. And you watch the first season of those shows, and you hear him screaming the whole time he's flying. Where's the Kit Kat, Douglas? Mine? I ate it. That was like 2 nights ago. Although I think 7/8. I think he's got a mini Kit Kat over there somewhere. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, so I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. We're having a great time, you know? And yeah, the sun is coming out. The sun is shining. Well, yeah, you can see that. Yes. Yeah, Jay still has his Kit Kat over there. I already went to the store today. I should have bought, some candy and smuggled it in, I like to throw a Kit Kat or a Snickers or something. Not your Snickers, but I like to throw, some candy bars into the back of the freezer and just have them like, you know, wait back there. Hey, Connor. Wonder Woman, huh? Wonder Woman spins in reverse. Blank palette is sound. You mean from the movie or the old TV show?
I don't know. Oh, when she spins to, I don't know. I don't think she spun in real life in the movie to turn into Wonder Woman. I think she just was. It was underneath her clothing. Wonder Woman was underneath her clothing, Diana's clothing.
Uh-huh. Well, wouldn't she be? I mean, Dave Nesdall's under yours.
Yes, I'm mild-mannered Dave Nesdall right now.
In the TV show, she spins counterclockwise. I'm gonna have to watch some of those. I haven't seen that show, for many, many, many hours. I almost picked up the series, the Wonder Woman TV series, the Linda Carter. I almost picked up the series on DVD at one point, years ago. I saw it and I thought about it, and then I didn't. And I guess now maybe they have it on Hulu or something. Maybe I could watch it on there.
Douglas Bador saw that episode of Blue Bloods where Wonder Woman hooked up with Superman.
On Blue Bloods?
Yeah. They talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, they talked about who was the coolest Superman, superhero, Superman or Spider-Man. So the female police officer that's I don't know if you know any of the characters' names.
I no.
Well, anyway,
no idea.
The youngest Reagan, which is Tom Selleck's, kids on the show. Kids, they're the youngest cop in the family is on patrol, a uniform cop, and his partner is a female partner. So she says, well, Wonder Woman's dating Superman. And he's like, he didn't, who knew? Who cares? Who knew? Whatever. So he says to her, well, what happened to Lois Lane? and she says, well, Lois Lane doesn't rock red boots.
Uh-huh.
That's whatever. But anyway, yeah. As far as Blue Bloods, Wonder Woman is now dating Superman.
That's that. Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Did I ever tell you I met when I was a kid? I met Lois Lane.
Was she rocking red boots?
A long time ago? No, she wasn't. She was wearing a trench coat, and she kept asking somebody for cigarettes. She wanted her cigarettes. But I've got her autograph. I'm talking about Margot Kidder, just to let you guys know. That Lois Lane. Yeah, she was at an event. My dad was involved in this event. I'm not going to get into the entire thing of it, but anyway, she was there. She was there supporting it. And I went up to meet her because I grew up on the Chris Reeve Superman movies. I mean, to me, Christopher Reeve is Superman, But anyway, so I go up to her and I ask her for her autograph, and she's asking somebody for her cigarettes. And I remember she smoked Merit Ultralights. If any of you guys know your cigarette brands, that's what she smoked at the time. And some more trivia to bring this back to Van Halen. I mean, why not? When Edward was getting in shape for the Monsters of Rock, Jay, you might know this. Some of you guys, some of you nerds who read the interviews. when Edward was getting in shape for the 0812 tour, Monsters of Rock, he was smoking Merit Ultralights. Same brand.
That's getting in shape.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
This is the podcast, by the way.
Yeah. If you're listening to this,
29 people watching and listening. Well, maybe not listening.
Live on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Virginia Slims, Douglas.
Yep.
I smoked for years. I smoked. I smoked for 8 years.
Let me guess what you smoked. Winston Red.
Nope.
Wow. I figured since Eddie smoked Winston's, you would.
Well, actually, for a while, he was smoking Winston Ultralights, and that's what I smoked. And they were good. They were. I mean, not that we should promote smoking, but I liked them. Although I smoked for about 8 years, and then just quit. Culture just got sick of it and just quit. And then I want to say 5 years go by. I start smoking again. And so I'm all excited, like, oh, I'm gonna start smoking again. It's been 5 years. I go to buy the Winston Ultralights, my favorite brand. I'd smoked for years. Light up. Was nasty. Didn't taste anything like it used to. And then, wow, and whoa, look, I'm getting excited now.
Really?
You're
gonna start smoking again?
I'm getting super excited now talking about cigarettes and smoking, man. So anyway, so after that, I quit again for 6 years. And then by that time, I was on tour with the Mayfire, and almost everybody else and all the other bands, everybody smoked. So we're on tour, and I'm like, whatever. I start smoking again, right? And I'm just bumming cigarettes from different guys, and what was it? I can't forget what the brand was. And so anyway, from there, what did I smoke? I smoked this was in 2008. 2008, 2009 to 2010 I smoked. So I smoked for a few years, and then I've quit since then. Since 2011. I haven't smoked since 2011 now. So it's been what, 6 years?
Mm-hmm. You're about due.
Yeah. I think it's about about time. But so the last brand that I'd smoked was the Marlboro Lights, the mini ones. They're called 24s, I think. So they're actually shorter. That was the cigarettes that I smoked from 2009, 10, 11. So if I was to start smoking again, I'd probably go back to those and then probably think they were gross and then have to get something else.
Ugh.
But actually, I'm not going to start smoking. I'm not going to.
Horrible.
Yeah. I mean, out here, huh? 7 or 8, can you take a smoke break during a podcast? Well, you'd have to do it while you're on the podcast so they could hear you doing it. You'd be like, okay, everybody, I'm going to have a cigarette. You turn into Darth. You turn into Darth Vader if you want to smoke during a podcast.
The funny thing is, that breath that you just took, that smoking breath you just took, if you were smoking, you couldn't do that.
Well, that's the art of radio. Not that this is real radio, but the art of You ever listen to those old radio shows from the 40s?
Yes. Yeah, they're all smoking.
What's it called? The one where that
Jack Benny show and all.
The one that terrified everybody. The show that War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. Yeah.
What's the guy? The guy who read it. The guy.
Um.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beard.
I was gonna say Orson. Orson Welles.
Yeah, that's him. Orson Welles. Yeah. You ever listen to all that stuff? And it's radio. It's radio. It's old timey radio, and so you know, so you listen to that stuff, and they over like everything they do, they have to make noises for it.
Mm-hmm.
So probably if somebody was like, "Well, hey, I'm gonna take a cigarette break now," you would hear, "Oh, that Pall Mall, that's so refreshing." By the way, you know, and then they go into a live commercial where they talk about every commercial is for cigarettes. Pall Malls.
Horrible.
And they did all that stuff live back then. All those radio shows, there was no recording, no overdub. Didn't it scare half the country when they broadcasted? Simon, yeah, the original, the War of the Worlds. And I've heard it. I heard it actually recently. There's some station down here in Santa Cruz that was actually playing it. There's some old timey station down here. I think they're actually further south. I think they're in Salinas or something, maybe Fresno or something. But they played the old timey radio shows, and they actually played. I was gonna say War of the World, War of the Worlds. They played that just kind of recently. Maybe it was like a year ago or something. And I was sitting out in the car outside, and this was at night. Just it's pitch black out here, you know, at nighttime. There's nothing. I'm sitting out there listening to this and just thinking to myself, yeah, when this was actually on the air, I could see people going crazy thinking this was actually happening. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People thought it was real and started running through the streets. Blank Pallet is saying, yeah. But actually they would take commercials and they would come back but they would actually say this is this an actual call? they would say this is what do you call it? Fiction?
Yes.
Let me take this real quick just in case it's I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that was somebody watching this. It might have been, but they didn't say anything. So
another prank call.
Was that Orson Welles? Yeah. But no, during the I keep wanting to say "We Are the World."
We Are the World. You know that Michael Jackson song.
Did you see that video that's going around on Facebook of during "We Are the World"? And there's close up on Bob Dylan.
No.
Have you seen that?
Nope.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. You gotta check it out. Okay, if you're watching this, I'm gonna answer this one more time. Oh, it just went away. Hey, if you're actually watching this and you're calling me, instead of calling, text to this number so I can read. Let me read it.
Podcast. It's a podcast. We've got a podcast going.
Yeah, it is. It is. And so just to let you guys know, I'm enjoying my tea. Yeah, that's what they did back then. They had to make sounds for everything. You know?
Yes. My lovely girlfriend just texted me and asked if I wanted coffee from Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah. Yummies.
I hear that stuff's good.
Coffee?
Well, I do love coffee, although I don't drink it. I drink tea. But I keep hearing Dunkin' Donuts that's the new thing now. Starbucks is out. Dunkin' Donuts. That's where everybody goes.
Yeah, it's good. Randall Fisher, Jay's guitar is great. Sitting right here next to me from last night. I'm just looking at it.
I think somebody was asking if you had plugged it in.
That was Jay. Jay asked, and I said no.
You're like, no, I did
Yes,
not.
it's a keeper. Unfortunately, I can't keep it.
He's like, no, I didn't plug it in, and no, I wasn't jumping around playing it last night, and no, I didn't drop it. All the bangs and dents in it, I did not do those. I guess unless he wants it relicked. If he wants a relict version, he's like, Dave, go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jump around on the trampoline outside.
Paint white on top of it.
Yeah.
Put some stress cracks in it.
Darth Denim and Orange Vader. Yes. Those are our new nicknames. Yeah. So what? What time is it? We've been on for
Simon Williams says, Dave, did you know that coffee affects your blood sugar levels adversely? I got news for you, pal. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, everything does. In any food, any drink, it all does. But my sugars are monitored very closely, and I'm going to have a small coffee. She knows what to do. But I appreciate it. Thank you. I've never wound a pickup before, so I don't know how to do it.
No, I've never wound a pickup either. Have not gotten that insane on that, but these days, just send me a couple Wolfgang pickups and I'm fine.
I could have used one of those the other day.
I could have used a cup of coffee.
I would have traded you a cup of coffee for one of those, for that bridge pickup. I needed it for that guitar right there. That one.
You look like a guy who could use a cup of coffee right now. For those of you listening on the podcast, he's wearing his hoodie, as he's been wearing. I don't think he ever takes them off now. He's wearing a red or orange hoodie, probably a Joent's.
No.
And a jean jacket over that. And I'm sitting here in a t-shirt.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Burgundy. For those of you listening. Wow, we got 32 people sitting here live with us. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Very cool. Leave a thumbs up if you feel like it. We appreciate those. Douglas Bedore, I can't hear you, Johnny.
He can't hear you, Johnny. It's a podcast.
Oh, okay. On the podcast, you can't see me. Unless SoundCloud has some magical video streaming service at some point.
7/8 asks, any of you guys have an EVH Frankenstein pickup in a guitar? How does it sound versus the Wolfgang pickup? I do. I have that in two guitars. I have that in the, I think, which one is the 1984 Kramer? I think that's it. One of these guys is it. I can't see from back here. That one?
Nope.
That one? Is that it? That my 1984? Okay. Yes, it's in that guitar, and it's in this Frankenstein right here. And in the Frankenstein, it sounds great because it's a Northern Ash body, which is a little bit brighter sounding body than the basswood of the 1984. Excuse me. In that 1984 guitar, it's a little dark sounding. I don't really care for it. In that guitar, it's 14K, whereas the Wolfgang pickup is 16K. So the Wolfgang pickup is a tiny bit hotter, but I think the Wolfgang pickup has slightly more highs. Um, I think they both sound really good. In general, both pickups sound really good. Blank palette. This jacket, I actually haven't worn this jacket in 4 or 5 years. It's just been sitting in my closet, but it's so cold here in New York today that I needed an extra little jacket, and that's why I put it on. And I'm not a big fashion statement guy to begin with, so I don't really care. I don't care. Yes, you can say I went back to the '80s, and it does have a Harley Davidson motorcycles emblem on the back of it. So you can say that I'm in a gang or whatever. I don't really care. You can say whatever you want.
A wolf gang?
You can say I'm in a wolf gang. That's right.
Well, our friend Zipkin, he was gonna put together a band, and all they played was Van Halen songs, but it wasn't gonna be a tribute. It wasn't gonna be it was not gonna be a Van Halen tribute, but it was just gonna be just a regular cover band, but it was gonna be all Van Halen tunes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, that's cool. And he was asking me what names, and I'm like, well, how about the Wolfgang, And I forget what he said.
Well, it's all good, I don't
So
know.
what? I didn't hear most of that because I was getting a for those of you listening, I was
ranting and someone gave us a thumbs down because I was ranting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm wearing a jean jacket. Because I'm wearing an '80s style jean jacket.
Oh man, but that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool again. I wish I still had I had some really cool jean jackets back in the '80s and '90s. Actually, I don't think I have any now. Maybe I do. Maybe I do have one. But I was always a huge fan of the one that Marty McFly wore.
Yep.
Back to the Future, that jean jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder if they probably make those. I'm sure you can get like some sort of replica of those things now.
I'm sure you can.
I got to get one. I'm excited.
7/8. Does Jay Leno approve of my chin as well? Is it a Jay Leno chin?
Yours?
He approves of the jacket. Jay Leno approves of the denim.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen my chin in months. And for those of you listening on the podcast, I've got a beard. Yes.
You have a chinny chinchilla.
I told you though, you grow the beard, big enough, and then I start to panic, thinking, oh, what if I shave it off and there's like more chins under there? Or what if there's like the weirdest, something that wasn't there before? I'm very, very close to shaving, just to let you guys know, because some of you guys have been telling me that the beard is a little too weird.
Beard weird.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. You got a weird beard.
Although I'm kind of on the fence now because it's November, and November is known as No Shave November, right? It's already November. It's November 4th. So if I was to shave it off, I would have ruined the entire month for everybody. I don't know. But by the time December, rolls around, it's cold. So I would want, I would want this
right now.
It's cold there?
Yeah, it's cold in my house. Yeah.
It's not that cold here. Nam beard. Yeah, that's right, Randall. Yeah, I like to have a nice beard for Nam.
That's not a
huh?
Nothing.
So I'm thinking if I just keep it, it's what is this? It's November 4th. Nam is January what? 26th? 25th? So 11, 12. So I got 2 more months if I was to keep this. Just imagine how much bigger this would be in 2 more months.
I don't think it would be that much bigger. It should grow like what, an inch a month? Half an inch a month?
What?
What?
I don't know. I don't know the science between beard growth. I really don't.
Growth.
All I know is I just beard gross. Although I just know now it's can't stop, touching it. And I live in Santa Cruz now, so I fit right in. I'm in one of the hippie capitals of the
Randall, I think mine needs a trim. So yes, I do think his needs a trim.
Yours is getting a little too big?
Well, look at it. It's like all over the place.
That's nothing, man.
I don't like it.
That's peach fuzz compared to me.
That's more like Brillo pad.
It's 62 degrees here.
Douglas, are you still on this pumpkin denim thing? I mean, yes, I'm wearing orange and blue.
72 in Los Angeles. Yeah. Get some oil for that thing?
For what thing?
For this? Does it make it nice?
For the Brillo pad, you mean?
I think I'm gonna have to start like some sort of beard
chat.
Some sort of beard chat or something. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. No, not that. It's 79. It was 79 over in 7 over 8. He's in South Carolina? Is that right?
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think he's in South Carolina. South Kakalaki.
Yeah. No, beards are totally, My neighbor actually told me the other day that beards are in, So if I shave it off, I'm just some regular dude, But with it, I'm disgusting.
Right.
Little River, South Carolina. That's 7 over 8. Simon Williams says it's 44 in Bristol, UK. Cool. What time is it over there? Is it 10:30ish? Oh, speaking of time, there's some sort of what
yes.
do you want to
say? Is that tonight? We got to turn the clocks back tonight at 2 a.m. or something like that.
Well, if you have one of these, you don't have to do anything. But
well, not every clock has one of those.
No, I know. Like the oven.
And the one to over my right ear.
Mm-hmm. That one. So what do? You move it back or forward?
Back.
It's daylight. I saw this online.
Fall back, spring forward.
Apparently, people get mad when you call it daylight savings time. Apparently, that's not right. It's daylight saving time, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the same thing as saying copyrighted or copywritten. It's not copywritten, it's copyrighted. I had that song copywritten. No, you had it copyrighted.
Uh-huh. It's 9:25 in Bristol, UK right now. Cool. It's 77 in Memphis, Tennessee, 4:26 p.m. Randall Fisher says. Wow, look at this. It's cool here in Central Florida. Kenny Dave says. Yeah.
Yeah. And it is a podcast.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, my beard just grew.
What was that noise?
What?
You didn't hear that noise? It sounded like something screeching.
That was the sound of my beard growing.
Oh my God.
When you shave, you know how they say when you cut the grass, it screams? When you shave, your beard is totally screaming. Oh, that'd be scary, wouldn't it? That would be crazy. Or you cut your toenail and you hear like screaming.
Ouch!
And but what if it's not you? You
Mm.
know, that's that's weird.
Hmm.
Bruce Anderson, the guy on the radio, said to set your clock for 2 a.m. and wake up and set your clock back to 1 a.m. Huh?
That makes sense. See
See
you
you,
later,
John.
John.
Kings of the podcast. Thank you, John. John Constantine. Well, the cool thing about the daylight saving time, whatever it is, I've actually filmed. I think there's probably a video on this channel here somewhere. I've actually filmed my phone during one of those where it goes from 1:59 back to what was it? It goes 1:59 and then after that it goes 1 o'clock
Yeah.
where the hour just like vanishes. You know.
Yep. 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 Where is
Yes. He's like parking cars or something. Did you see on? You're not on Instagram.
No, I saw it. He put it on Facebook too.
What's he doing? He's
He's running a parking lot.
something.
I don't know. See you later, Raymond.
Bye, Raymond. Are you guys playing out much lately? Connor White is saying. Actually, I was supposed to play a gig. Was it tomorrow? I was supposed to play a gig in Oakland tomorrow, but it got postponed. Actually, yeah. So myself, not right now.
Same here. Yeah. Not doing much playing.
Although as far as recording and stuff, yeah, I've been doing a lot of recording. I'm actually working up. I'm actually working up a cover tune with a singer. The singer I used to work with years ago. She wanted to cover a song, so I'm actually in the process of putting down tracks for that. And if it turns into something, if it's cool, I'll share it with everybody. 7 number 8. Jeannie says has to work tonight, but with daylight savings time, she has to work a 13-hour shift instead of 12.
That's not funny. That's nothing to laugh at.
Well, he's laughing.
You're laughing like.
That's the way I laugh.
God.
For those of you listening on the podcast, that was Dave doing all the laughing. I don't laugh at all.
He got run over by a train.
Okay, that was Dave.
Yeah. Oh.
Dave hit Larry Mitchell with the car.
Now, see, that's funny. Oh, I don't mean to laugh. That's really not that funny.
Wow. were you his roadie that night?
I can't remember if I was actually in his band at the time or if I was his tech. I can't remember.
Well, hey, either way, if any of you guys are either in a band with Dave Nesdahl or if he's working for you,
don't stand in front of my car.
stay out of the way when you guys arrive at the. Get out of the car and walk sideways. Never walk in front of the car. Man, that happens. That happens all the time, though, man. I was at the post office yesterday, and I was going to back up. Hopefully, I'm still here. I just gotta some sort of update for Apple. I went to back up, and as I was about to back up, there was nobody there. As soon as I was about to go, all of a sudden there's somebody there walking. You know,
Mm.
it's like people, they don't pay attention. You know, you gotta be careful. You know, when you're out there on the road, you got to look out for yourself and everybody else. But don't pick your nose when you're driving because everybody can see you.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, sorry.
If you're listening to the podcast, Dave just picked his nose as that train just rolled by. Oh, that's a cool part for the podcast, man. Hearing the train in the background.
Yes. How often does a train go by?
Wow. So if I wanted to come and visit you, I could just take the train, huh?
No.
It's not that kind of train.
Doesn't go cross country.
Oh.
Sorry. I don't know. I guess you would have to probably take the Amtrak into Penn Station.
It just goes in circles?
Yes, actually, it does go in circles from Penn Station, New York to Oyster Bay, New York. And then back. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then so on and so on.
If you think about it, all trains go in circles. Because how would they get to and how would they get back to where? Don't all trains have to go back to where they came from at some point?
Yeah, they do.
And they have to take the same exact route or whatever, right? Hey, everybody. Welcome to Train Talk.
Yes.
Train-talk.com.
We speak to trains.
Better grab that domain, man.
Oh, there's another one. And there's another one. How often does a train go by?
It's answering. I think the conductor, is that what they're called? The train guy is listening to this.
Well, there's an engineer. That's the guy who blows the whistle and drives the train. And then the conductors are the guys that take the tickets.
Oh, they don't actually drive the trains?
No.
Oh, okay.
The engineer drives the train.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this on the train, honk your I don't know what you call it. Blow your horn?
Honk you horny? All right, so listen, I gotta go, guys, because my lovely girlfriend just came home from the store, and I gotta help her bring the bags in.
Huh? Isn't Desiree on her way though too?
That's really, really not appropriate.
Well, you turned the camera off, so we couldn't tell, you know.
Say hi.
There she is. Hi.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hey. Hey, baby.
Hi.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh.
It's right where I want to be.
There's the thumbnail.
Let me know.
No. No.
Yes. Yes.
All
Bye.
Bye.
That's what I got.
Wait a minute. I thought you were getting a small.
That is the small. I had, like the guitar that makes it look larger and the fish.
Oh, yeah. You'd have to be holding it back like this. Yeah, well, I've got a huge cup of tea right here, man. Look how big that cup is. Yes. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for the thumbs ups. We appreciate that stuff.
And thanks for LP59 boy for giving us a reason to come on today, because we're not going to be on Monday.
Yes. Thank you very much. It's Matt. Matt from the UK.
Matt from UK, yes.
And go and give him a subscribe on his channel. Again, his channel is LP59BOY. And also go over to his channel to check out the videos of him showing off the two Music Man guitars.
Yes.
So again, Matt, thank you for the message. And if anybody else, if you have messages for us, send us messages and we'll answer your messages on here and on the podcast. So tweet me at Johnny Beane.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, no show Monday. I'll be up in Walnut Creek Monday. So this is Monday. So
Yes.
so there you go.
It's Monday already. Oh.
you put your clock back a few days.
Oh. Podcast on a Monday. Oh.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later. Dave. Awesome jacket, man. I dig it. I totally dig it.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. See you guys later. Check out the podcast. SoundCloud at soundcloud.com. Just look up Johnny Beane. Link will be down below as soon as it's done. Subscribe to me on let's just start over. Turn the clock back.
Subscribe to me on podcast.com.
Turn the clock back, quick. Okay. Subscribe to me on SoundCloud. It's Johnny Beane. Link down below. All right. See you guys. If not Tuesday, Wednesday.
Wait a second. Randall Fisher wants to know, how do I send you pics of my guitar upgrades? Tell him.
You can either text those to the phone number down below in the description. You can text them to those, and I'll get those. Or if you're on Twitter, tweet them to me at Johnny Beane, at my name.
Or put them on EVH Gear Live's Facebook page, and we'll share them.
You can do that. Mm-hmm. There you go. Very, very easy. All right. See you guys later.
What?
JohnnyBeane.tv.
Bye.